Playing Ori and the Blind Forest.
Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to Ori and the Blind Forest. Super pretty game. So, disclaimer starting out, this game is really hard to play and commentate at the same time. I'm gonna try my best to commentate as best as I can, but I may be quiet here and there sometimes. But I'll try to keep it as entertaining as I can. Alright, so we are good to go. So I'll count down from 3 and on go. So 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, so first skip of the game, we skip the prologue. It actually saves like 10 minutes, so hardest skip ever. Wait, actually, I may need to restart, because I don't think I activated the... I forgot something, oops. I forgot the donation incentive. Yep. I'm so sorry.
You're good.
I was like, wait, the Rainbow Dash, of course. Ah. There you go. So you can activate the Rainbow Dash if you get live split. There's a thing that says Rainbow Dash here. That's how you can get it. It's legal on runs, so feel free to do that if you want. I guess that's an explanation. Yeah, Rainbow Dash right there. All right, now we're ready for real. I'm so sorry for that. I was like,
You're
all right.
good.
All right, now again for real. 3, 2, 1, go.
Woo!
All right, now for real. So this is Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition. It is different from the original in the sense that they added a couple of more skills and a little bit more lore and stuff. This is a very progression-based speed run, so we'll start pretty slow, but it'll start ramping up as soon as we start getting skills. For now, we will be on our way to collect our first skill, which is Sign. Sign is our little companion that allows us to find our way around, and they say text boxes and stuff. We won't actually hear them talk because we disabled the UI and that disables text boxes. But yeah, they also allow us to attack, which is nice. Alright, so this is Sign. There's 11 skills total. We'll be collecting all of them. And this category is all skills not out of bounds / TA, so we won't be doing any out of bounds. And TA is a specific wrong warp that is in the game that we also won't be doing. It is very strong, so we won't take advantage of that either. Alright, so the game allows you to bind stuff to different buttons. In this case, I have attack binded to the scroll wheel, and that allows us to do attacks pretty fast without having to worry too much about timing, which is nice. So I'll be collecting certain amount of experience. Experience is actually pretty important in the beginning of the run, especially. It'll also be important later on, but just at the beginning, there's a trick that has to do with it, but I'll talk about it later. But yeah, I'll be following like a very specific experience route, so... Yep, and here we'll be doing our first trick. It's called the Ghost Door. So that death is intentional. For some reason, whenever you enter a keystones and then save, then die, or quit to menu, once you respawn, the door has despawned for a little bit and it lets you go in. It's really dumb, but that works like that. Yeah, that's fine. So I got like the green cell. In the Euro community, we call it the cabbage. So that one, the green one, is a health cell. So we start the game with 3. I gotta see how much XP I have. We start the game with 3, and we need a minimum of 5 to be able to beat the run. So I didn't actually want to level up there, but that's fine. It doesn't matter too much. But yeah, we need a minimum of 5 health to be able to beat the run. So we'll be getting another health like pretty much by the end, but that's not the fastest one to get. The fastest one is later on, but this one only loses 3 seconds to get, and it's much safer because later on there will be a lot of otherwise insta-kills that I want to avoid. So yeah, we will also be collecting some energy, which will be useful, very useful later on. Those blue ones are energy. We start with 0 and start. We will end the run with like 4. Now we have wall jump. It's properly our first skill in the run. With wall jump, you can do some interesting things, but it's mostly still kind of slow, you know. But you can do something called a ninja jump, which is essentially a neutral jump off of a wall, or it does kind of like a flip, and it's a little bit faster than just doing the regular wall jumps.
Do we have time for a couple donations?
Yes.
Yes. Just a Birdie sends $50 saying chirp, chirp, chirp. And we have a $20 donation from Anonymous saying send it.
All right, awesome. Thank you all for your donations. Reminder that this goes for an excellent cause. So keep that going. We already hit 4K, so that's pretty awesome. All right, so I'm doing a trick here called Save Anywhere. So that allows us to skip cutscenes, essentially. If you open the menu, I will do it again, so I can like explain it properly later on. But yeah, just keep that in mind. It's just basically to skip cutscenes.
Also, we have just hit 4K donated.
Let's go!
Let's make it some noise.
Uh-oh, sticky keys. That's fine. I don't think I have to match shift all that much throughout the run. It's just that part. All right, so there was a cycle here. Unfortunately, I messed up a wall jump, so I'm not going to be able to get it, but that's fine. That means we can take this part a little safe and not risk dying to these lasers. This cycle saves around 8 seconds or so. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, it is kind of precise. If you make a couple of mistakes in the level itself, you'll most likely mess it up. But yeah, Blackroot Burrows is kind of an auto-scroller for the most part. You're just supposed to carry this orb all the way to where the dash tree is, because dash is the next ability that we will be collecting. And after that, the run will become much, much faster and much more interesting. But yeah, here I'm doing another save anywhere. As you can see, I can move behind the menu. That is because when the UI is on, if you press this thing, there's a text box that appears. If you press escape and spacebar at the same frame, you will be able to move behind the menu. And this game, when you upgrade an ability, it saves automatically, so you can use that to your advantage to skip cutscenes. Otherwise, we will be watching lore for a while. The lore of this game is amazing, but it is very slow, so unfortunately we have to skip it. Oops. Alright, so I'll be doing a cutscene stack here, and this will allow me to move this blind. I need to focus here. Okay. Alright, nice. So that's a blind movement that you have to do. It's not too bad, but yeah. And this is the rainbow dash. This is what you all donated for, that I almost forgot. Thankfully, I didn't. But yeah, the rainbow dash is very cute. Alright, we'll be doing a trick here called the Frankie Walk. So this is our friend Billy. Say hi to Billy.
Hi, Billy.
Alright. He can also be our worst enemy, so hopefully he'll cooperate. But essentially how leveling up works in this game is that it gives you your energy and health back So we will be using that to our advantage to be able to open this door. This is a 4 energy door, but we only have 2 energy. But if we put in our 2 energy that we already have, it's in the door and we don't actually have it in the inventory. So we can, once we level up, we get 2 energy back. I'm gonna save here, I'm not even risking it. And then we can complete the 4 to open the door. It's kind of hard to explain, but I mean, it kind of makes sense once you think about it. There's a cycle here. I got a weird ramp. Almost failed it. Okay, so cycles in this game, at least the beginning, they all save 8 seconds, so this is another 8 seconds, unfortunately. But that's okay. I decided to save up there because if I were to die, I would have lost like a billion years, probably. Or a minute for sure, so better safe than sorry. I'll be doing another ghost door here. Another intentional death. Just dodge these spikes. And we're on to double jump. So another tech that I haven't explained with dash is dash gliding. So you can dash, let go of directionals, and then jump, and that kind of maintains the momentum from the dash. So kind of like this. It is much faster than doing this, for example, which wasn't a dash glide. That was just a regular dash jump. And now, for climbing, it is much faster to input a double jump in between the wall jumps. So you'll be seeing me do that a lot. And we will be doing another sequence break, small sequence break right here. It's called Grotto Skip. Not first try, not second try. There we go. All right. So, this is baguette jump. No, I messed it up. Read baguette jump, the most important trick that saves like 0.2 or something. I think it's 0.4 or something. But yeah, a Grotto Skip does actually save like 30 seconds. It's kind of tricky, but it's not too bad once you get the hang of it. Although I didn't do a good job at showing that it's not too bad because I failed it twice, but that's okay. At least it's a fast retry trick. This is another way to skip cutscenes. It's called the well, I don't know if it's called the Rekindle, but using the Rekindle, which is the first ability in the blue skill tree, you're able to save with the same soul link that you already put in. Yep. So you can actually access like a cutscene trigger and save while you're in the cutscene triggers, and that allows you to skip some of them. You'll see me do it later on as well. This is Gandalf. Nah, Gandalf did not let me through. That slime is really weird. Sometimes it lets you through and sometimes it doesn't. There's not really much else to explain near this area. I'm gonna level up here. I'm gonna try to get up cycle here, but other than that, there's not much else to say. We're just on our way to Ginso. Didn't get the cycle, spoilers. That's fine. Ginso will get Bash, and Bash is really cool. Has a lot of tech to it that I will explain later.
Do we have time for a couple donations?
Yes, go ahead.
We have a generous $100 donation from Jamie the Benui, who says, "Chat, you're in for a treat. WhitePaaws is about to show us how easy all skills is. All you have to do is mash the jump button, learn to juggle, believe, and become French. Oh yes, and collect a bunch of skills or something. Good luck, Paws."
Thank you so much, Jamie. That's a great comment.
Also, we have a $10 donation from Skylar, who says, "Hello, Paws." And we have a $25 donation from Shripe, who says, "Birdie goes chirp chirp and I go wahoo." Excellent.
Thank you so much for your donation, Soul. Thank you, Skylar, as well. He's a good friend of mine. Uh-oh. That's kind of bad, actually. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so I'm doing a trick here called menu storage. It's not working very well for some reason. Whatever, I'm just gonna watch the cutscene. I got it once. That allows you to like skip this cutscene here. Yeah, it must be like... This game is kind of weird in like how it works CPU dependent. So for some tricks like that, it's like if I'm not playing in the in the CPU that I'm used to, there will be some tricks that will be a little bit weird in timing like that one. But that's fine. There will be another chance to see that skip later, so hopefully I can show it up. I'm gonna save here to manipulate a cycle. And we'll be doing this puzzle here, more or less. So the game intends you to use the one that's all the way at the top left there, but you can just do this puzzle with just this one. Yeah, I don't know if they overlooked that or something. It's like really easy to do too. This is the first mini-boss of the game. We'll see like 3 of them. There's no like proper boss fights in Ori 1, but yeah, we have just these mini-bosses here. So we want to be at 3 HP here because we will be setting up another ghost door coming soon. Yeah, just get the... Oh, that was... Okay, I'm at 1 now, that's fine. So ideally I would be damage abusing here with those spikes, but since I took damage before, cannot do that anymore. But I will be doing the ghost door here. Or put the keystone, save, and then death abuse at the top. And we will be getting bash now. Oops. Sorry if I wreck people with that. Accidentally bonked the mic. Alright. Alright, so now that we have bash, it allows us to do a few things. So bash is the like signature skill from Ori. It's both in Ori 1 and Ori 2. And that's... Oh, that actually works somehow. Okay. But one of the cool mechanics about it is that you can do something called double bashing. That I didn't get there. That's fine. So double bashing allows you to redirect both the shot and where Ori is going. It is a frame perfect trick, so yeah, it can be a little finicky to do, but that's okay. There will be more places to showcase double bashing. So I took a death. The death was on purpose as well. We just did something called key dupe. I'll show my inventory in a little bit. I was trying to do a hyper speed there. Didn't get it. But I'll show my inventory in a little bit. This is the second mini-boss, pretty easy. So key dupe allows us to have more keys than we should, essentially. So we have 3 instead of 0. You can do that by death abusing and being able to put in the keys like within range where you death abuse. You also have to make a save in like a very specific spot for it to work. It is kind of like weird how that works, but well, we have more keys that we will be using for sequence breaking into swamp here, and we will use another one for sorrow later on. Alright, so the sequence break into swamp has another part which we'll be using our friend Ringo here, this frog. Close. I almost got the like really fast setup. That's fine. We will be using their shots to be able to open both of those walls and move on. So I did a double bash back there, but I didn't point it out. I will point it out here soon because I will be doing a couple coming up. That's a hyper speed. That's the trick that I wanted to do earlier. But I get to show it off there. So I'll be trying to double bash all the way up. Okay, nice. Reminder that that trick is frame perfect, but you can do like kind of a cheaty way of doing it, which is bounding the bash to a scroll wheel. So you have like more, I guess, inputs to come in to be able to hit the bash to be able to do the double bash. But yeah, we got stomped now. This is the last skill that we need on this side of the map. So now we are essentially just gonna rush to the left side and collect C Flame in the way. Charge Flame is supposed to be the first skill in the game. Like Ori is very much so. I mean, it is a Metroidvania, but it's very much so a linear game. And yeah, charge jump just happens to be like the first skill that. Oh, somehow he didn't get hit there. That the devs intended you to get. Do a bash glide there. And I'll be doing a skip here. There we go, I got it. It doesn't actually look like I skipped anything, but there's a cutscene there, trust me. Source, trust me, bro. It's kind of annoying. Considering how double bashing has been this run, I'm just not even gonna bother with that. Like, there's a faster way of doing that part, which is like double bashing that shot up, but like if it drops it, I'm dead, so I don't wanna risk it. So I'm gonna be baiting this front key to come down here, so I can get out. This is Charge Flame. I'll be doing another Save Anywhere here. Charge Flame is like a pretty... it's like a kinda useless skill. We'll use it like twice, maybe, in the run. But obviously we have to collect it because old skills. So I messed up the dash glider, unfortunately. I landed on the portal. That's okay. I'm gonna have to eat up this slow zone a little bit. Yeah, this is one of the places that we'll use charge flame. Ugh. Everything worked fine, trust me. Alright, so we need Stomp to open this part and to access the left map side of the map. We don't actually need it, I guess. Like you can enter with Bash, but the devs intended you to use Stomp. It's faster anyway. Otherwise you'll need to lure a front key. There will be a couple of interesting things coming up here. For starters, we will be breaking this wall with just a stomp on the bird, because that's how that works, of course. And then I will be doing another trick called Fast Stompless. I'm gonna try to focus here. Got it. I got it. I got it, but I closed the menu. I'm gonna have to like pack that up. I closed the menu before I could actually upgrade C-Dash. That's fine. I can do that up here, but ideally I would have upgraded C-Dash while that menu was open, and I guess I just missed it. That's fine. It's not that big of a deal. But I got the trick, which is nice. So yeah, C-Dash is very, very important, and this is where the run will start to like ramp up in both difficulty and speed. So this is a rocket jump. Yes, it's a rocket jump. Sorrow Bash here, one of the hardest sequence breaks in the game. There we go, perfect, very clean. But we are not out of the woods just yet. We still have C-Juggle. Okay. I can breathe a little bit. That is probably the hardest skip in the run, right there, C-Juggle. So that's not a strictly necessary trick to do, but with the route that I'm doing, it is necessary. It saves 7 seconds only, but it is really hard. So every time that I was hitting the frog, it's actually a 3-frame window where you have to hit Bash. And if you miss that, you hit the frog and deal too much damage. So you cannot actually use the frog to break the ceiling. And you have to use a backup, and if you fail that, then it's like GG's your run, you lose like over a minute. That's fine. At least I didn't mess up C-Juggle also. All right, so we had to go up there to get Sunstone. It is what it is. It's what will allow us to enter the final dungeon of the game. Okay, I didn't die this time there. These spikes insta-kill you, as you could see twice, so they're kinda nerve-wracking to be around when it's PvPs. Yeah, unfortunately, I think that kills sub 30, but that's okay.
Do we have time for a couple donations?
Yes, go ahead. This is perfect time.
Yes. We have a $25 donation from Stump saying, Rainbow Dash for the win, good luck, pause. And a $20 donation from Jamie the Magpie saying, I love Ori, as do I.
Let's go. Thank you all for the donations again. It's for a great cause. All right, so now we just head back down. We're gonna be doing Misty. This is one of the parts where I really kind of need to focus because it's super hectic. I'll try my best to be active and saying stuff, but it is hard. You'll see why. But enjoy the movement. Alright, so thing with C dashing is that you actually lose energy whenever you do it. But C dashing, for some reason the devs made it so if you C dash and then bash or then bash an enemy or cancel it with a stomp, you don't actually lose the energy. So I will be doing something called stomp canceling quite a bit throughout the run. So you'll see me doing random stomps and then a double jump. It's very fast inputs, like that, for example, stomp cancel. So you input and stomp and then I'll double jump. Stomp to cancel the C dash, jump to cancel the stomp. So I don't lose energy whenever I do a C dash. So that's why this part is so hectic. Aha! Oh, backed it up. No problem. All good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's fine. Yeah, this is the problem with Misty, is that like, there's spikes everywhere, they do 3 damage, it's like, you can die very, very easily. Alright. I'm gonna try another strat here instead. There we go, got it. At least I could show that off. Okay, this time we don't take damage there. I could save here, but I'm not going to. Because I kinda need the energy for a mini boss quick kill. So rocket jump here. The meatballs rocket jump here. Dodge all of those. Ah, C jump. There's a mini boss here, or it's supposed to be. You can kinda see it for a second, but it's dead now. It's a pretty cool quick kill, I think. All right, so Misty exit. Tricky part as well. Okay, that's fine. I lost 10 energy, but can back it up later. Alright, sweet. That, I mean, I got a death, but like, could have been way worse. That part is really rough, so not too bad. So here, we'll be doing another save anywhere. And I will be doing another death abuse. This is called lever glitch. I was essentially pulling a lever and then rekindle while pulling it, and that will glitch rock to stay up, essentially. I'll point it out on the way back. Okay, that may still be good enough. Alright, so all of that save anywhere just to skip this cutscene here. And this is the last skill actually. You blinked and you may have missed it, but we have got all of the skills now. This is Grenade. We got Climb in Misty. I don't think I pointed that out, but Climb is useful in conjunction with Grenade because we can do this. So that's a grenade jump. It is a frame perfect trick again. Ori has a lot of those. Ah! Okay, I'm alive. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, it is essentially grenade jump is essentially charging charge jump on the wall, and then inputting jump. Oh no, inputting grenade and then jump the next frame. So yeah, definitely one of those frame perfect tricks that exists in this game. But yeah, now we are just on our way to the last dungeon. Not much to say here, other than this part is fast. I was gonna save there, but I only have 3 energy, so I'm not going to. Kinda risky, but... Alright, this is one of the coolest grenade jumps in the game, I think. Alright, now that we are in Horu... Okay, so this is looking like a low 31 if I don't mess up the escape. That's fine. Yeah, now we're in Horu and you may think, oh yeah, this part, I remember this part being really long. I'm gonna focus. No. It's just messing this up the first time is like really rough afterwards. Mash strategy, mash. No, it didn't work. Okay. When you mess it up the first time, it becomes like frame perfect, and it's like really hard. Come on, game. There we go. That was like what, 6th attempt? That was door warp, but it essentially allows you to skip. Yeah, for some reason game storage isn't working as well. I'm just gonna play the cutscene. So ideally I would game storage here and do the first part of the escape blind. But I was having troubles doing that when I was in Ginso, and like I don't want to just mash the trick here. So I'm just gonna watch the cutscene. Game storage would save around 12 seconds or so. And you would do this like first part blind. But that's okay. So we needed a minimum of 5 HP to beat the game, because we need to make it past some poison water. Because we never did the escape in Ginso, we actually never got clean water here. So this water does do damage, and like if you do it just fine, you can take just 5 damage or 4 damage rather, and be fine. Got it first try. Okay, so that was the last grenade jump, and that's roughly the end of the run. That grenade jump saves 40 seconds. You have to be in a very specific position to be able to get it. Otherwise, you can either softlock the game, or you bonk on the ceiling and you have to watch the cutscene. But that's essentially the end. So I'll call time as soon as I get there. We will be getting control of Naru here. And I will be doing the most important tech of all, Naru jumps. They actually lose time. And time. There we go. Alright, so, I mean, Ori and the Blind Forest has one of the most beautiful endings in any video game. I think it's like my favorite ending in any video game. It's super, super beautiful. Alright, so I wanna give shoutouts first of all to the Fastest First staff, because the stuff that they made here in Fastest First or in FWA is absolutely ridiculous. This is like a mini GDQ, like it blew me away completely. So honestly, like shoutouts to them, and congrats for setting this all up. Absolutely incredible. I think they deserve a round of applause. Yeah. Yep. I also want to give huge shoutouts to the Ori community. They're definitely one of the most supportive communities that I have been a part of. Like, everyone is always super willing to help you out when you're starting out, when you're like mid-level, when you're at top level. Like, everyone is so on top, and they just want to give you strategies and stuff like that. And it's super cool. Like, everyone's super nice. Super welcoming community. There's like a billion resources. So I know this run looks a little bit intimidating, but there are tutorials out there that you can learn from if it interests you. I also made one in Spanish at some point last year. So if Spanish is your main language, yeah, I have that one up there. But yeah, Ori community, super awesome. Shoutouts to all of them. I also want to give shoutouts to my friends in Posse who have been there since I've been speed running. Yeah, big shoutouts to all of them. Like, they've been there since like 2016. So thanks, friends, and big shoutouts to my boyfriend who is back there for always being super supportive as well. And yeah, that is it. That is Ori and the Blind Forest.
Thank you so much for joining us, WhitePaaws, and thank you for showing us Ori. Great work.